Okay, so in the last videos, we've talked about your power and your role as a change agent. And we've discussed that situations don't just come about on their own, they are arranged by the people and the way those people relate to one another and the skills they bring to a situation and the baggage that they might bring, right? Their problems. And we talked about how bad experiences don't just happen. Bad experiences arise at the same time as those bad situations. So it's important to note that when you have a bad experience, it's because you were in a bad situation, right? Bad experiences don't just come out of nowhere. They're connected to the arrangement of situational variables. And we've talked about those. Those are self, others, environment, relationships, and time. And those five variables, once you're aware of them, once you can see them in any situation, right? No matter what country you're in, no matter what language you're speaking, no matter what cultural norms and values there are, there's always going to be those same five elements in every situation. And once you understand them, you can begin to pay attention and to arrange them, to construct them in a way that you desire, in a way that is going to adhere to that agenda of life and aliveness. And in other words, it'll facilitate the opportunity for you and others both to develop and to reach your potential while being able also to express yourselves freely through the activities in which you choose to engage, right? And so now that we know that you have this power and that you have this agenda, that you can act according to nature, it's nature's agenda, you could say, because all life forms on the planet adhere to this agenda of life and aliveness. Everything tries to stay alive, it tries to grow to its true potential, and it tries to express its character. So the question is, how then does one go about intentionally constructing the kind of system in which one and others can spontaneously experience well-being so that everybody in that system can also have the opportunity to not only be socially connected and to not only have to be autonomous and be themselves, but also to flourish, to reach their true potential in every way that they can, right? So the way that we're going to do that is first by being the right person. And in other videos, we talked about the causes of suffering, right? There was 4 change agent problems. And there's 4 solutions. In a nutshell, the right person, remember those 5 areas we talked about? Number 1 is self, that's you. In order for you to be the right person, you need to be able to engineer this kind of a system everywhere you go, or at least to be able to see it and monitor, to recognize when it is and is not present, so that you can then act in a way that can cultivate that system, that can develop it and bring it about, right? Or so that you can act in a way that will optimize a system that's already almost good enough, right? It's almost there. It just needs a few tweaks here and there. Maybe some people need some skills, they need some knowledge. Maybe some managers need to learn a few skills, some sensitivity training, or maybe some managers need to learn some assertiveness skills. And since we are all the CEO of our life, we are all the manager of our daily circumstances, and we are all personally responsible for contributing and shaping the way that our circumstances come to be by the way in which we approach and respond. It's going to be really important that we engineer these systems according to a blueprint that very clearly provides us with an understanding of what we need to look for, what we need to do, and what it feels like when we're doing it right. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in the next video. That's going to be about the wheel of well-being. Thanks.